have been blessed today, kids, by some very special young ladies who have come to speak with you and share their story. We have Miss Abby. Say hi, Miss Abby. Hi. Take a wave. She's a little nice blonde-haired girl right here. Miss Abby has been volunteering with Operation Christmas Child since she was in high school. Who knows a high schooler, right? A teenager. So she's been doing this for a long time, and now she is just graduated college. And so she's going to share her story today. And we have a very special guest named Alicia. Can you say Alicia? Alicia. And Alicia got a shoebox herself in her home country of Moldova when she was a little girl, just like you guys. And so she wants to tell you a very special story about how Jesus came into her heart through the shoebox. You guys want to hear that story? Yeah. Okay. Without further ado, we would like to invite Miss Abby up here to speak to you. Give her a round.
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing this morning? Good. Okay, so I'm Abby. I'm a volunteer with Operation Christmas Child. I saw it before, but how many of you have packed a shoebox? Wow. Okay, most of you. Who's going to pack a shoebox this year? Yeah? Great. Good. Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit of a story of myself here. So first, let's go over what is Operation Christmas Child. We pack shoeboxes with gifts and hygiene items and school supplies, and we send them to kids in other countries for Christmas, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay, so when I was in college, I got to go to a country called Namibia. Does anyone know where Namibia is? It's in Africa. And we got to pass out the shoeboxes. So that was really fun because I got to see what all the kids were excited about. How many of you have your own toothbrush? Yeah? Can you imagine not having to share one toothbrush with all of your siblings? Well, a lot of these kids didn't ever have a toothbrush. And you know what? If you woke up one morning on Christmas and you got some pencils and a pencil sharpener and that was it, would you be super excited? Well, these kids were so excited about a tiny little pencil sharpener. Why do you think that is? Yeah, because they don't have anything. So they got that, and that is such a great gift, right? And then we give them the true, what's the real gift that comes with the box? Yeah, so then they get to go through what's called the greatest journey and learn all about Jesus and that he died to save them, right? So I'm going to do a quick little quiz here for you. I have this big map. Can somebody guess how many countries they think are in the world?
100.
All right, let's get a few guesses in the blue. 70. Okay, a little bit more. Yes.
Maybe 130.
Okay, 130. That's closer. I heard 150. In the black back there. A lot.
That's actually true.
Go ahead. If you have really good eyes, you can count them up here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to tell you. It's 195 countries. All right, and then the next part of the question, how many of these countries do you think that shoeboxes go to? Not all of them, right? That's right.
Not many.
Okay. Go ahead. 90%, okay, that's a good guess. Half of them? Okay. That's a good guess. That'd be 150, that's correct. job. You got it. 150 countries. That's a lot of countries. Okay, so I want to do a quick little quiz. Maybe we need, what's the oldest grade in this room? Six. We probably need some sixth graders just to do their geography skills. All right. Can I have a sixth grader come up and show me, listen first, where Mexico is? All right. How about the green? Perfect. Good work. All right, I need probably a fifth or a sixth grader to come up and show me where Indonesia is. Think about it. Do you know where it is first? All right, in the blue back there. Right there. You. The blue jean jacket. Yeah. Good job. All right, and last one I have. This is a really tough one. Took me a minute to find it. So only come up if you know where it is or you think you know kind of the area. Is Moldova. Okay, no more. Yeah. Which continent is Moldova on? Anyone know? Europe. I heard it. Good job. It is Europe. Europe. All right, I'm going to point it out. Right there. Tiny, tiny little purple, blue country in Europe. All right, now, that's all for me for right now. So now we're going to hear from Lacia, and she is from Moldova.
I'm going to grab something special here. Good morning from myself. Does this still look familiar to anyone? Yes. Did you ever wonder what happens to your box after you pack your shoebox? Did you know it travels all the way across the ocean and goes to the far, far countries? Sometimes it travels on camels, sometimes it travels on boats, and sometimes it travels on helicopter. Yes. And sometimes even on elephants. Yes. He goes to children just like you who are in need, who are hungry, who don't have any toys, who didn't have any clothes. And one day I received a shoebox as well. I got my shoebox that looked just like this when I was 5 years old. How many of you are 5 years old? Yes, I was just like you guys when I got my shoebox. I was born in the small, small country of Moldova. When you go home, find it on the map. And I grew up in a family of 9. In a small family of 9. There were 7 children of us. And I was raised up in a small village. Do you know what a village is? Small, small village. But we had, starting from a very young age, we had to help our parents tend to our own garden.
and take our own livestock. Because we didn't have the money to go grocery shopping, my parents worked really hard on their jobs, but we didn't have the money to go grocery shopping every single time. And during summer, we had to help our parents plant everything by hand. We had a huge, huge garden where we planted everything, and then during fall, we harvested everything by hand. And so during summer, when we had food in the garden, we ate fresh. But for the winter, we had to can and preserve so we could survive during winter as well. And we had to help our parents take care of our own animals. We had cows, we had chickens, we had geese, we had pigs, and we had ducks. And we had to wake up really early before school, milk the cows, feed the animals, and then walk on foot across the whole village because we didn't have a car we could drive on. And when we come back home from school, we had to take care of the animals again. We had to make sure all the animals had food. And our clothes came from donations. And they were passed on from one child to another. So my older brother wore his clothing, and then it was passed on to the other brother, and then the younger brother. And that's how our clothing were. My childhood was fun because you know what I did in childhood? I ran barefoot on a dusty streets, and I played with sticks and stones outside. We made up our own games and climbed trees and ran after each other just outside. If we had a toy, it was a used up toy, a toy that came from a different place, from somebody else, and they didn't want it anymore, and they sent it to me. And a very special time of year for me was Christmas time. You know why? Because at Christmas time, I would get a small bag of candies, and if we were lucky enough, I would get a small chocolate bar or an orange. And we would cut the chocolate bar into 9 small pieces to make sure everyone in the family tried a little piece of chocolate. Or if it was an orange, we would make sure every one of us tried a little slice of an orange. Because we rarely had chocolate or orange. And we had to savor that taste until next Christmas. So imagine my excitement when one day I received such a big shoebox with so many items in there. I was told by my Sunday school teacher that we're going to get something special from a girl or boy just like me from far, far away. So here I am. I can't wait for the time. So what I do, I go to bed super early, so I don't have to wait. So I sleep instead of waiting. I went to bed super early, but I couldn't fall asleep forever. I kept tossing and turning and tossing and turning, and finally I fell asleep. But of course, I was the first one to wake up. I was the first one to get dressed and ready to run to church. And I come outside that morning, it felt like it was the sunniest and the happiest day of my life. We started running to church because that's where we got our shoe boxes. When we come to church, and our Sunday school teachers and pastors tried to keep everything organized. But for many children who were at the church, they've never got gifts before. And here they see so many shoe boxes like this in church, and they couldn't hold their excitement. They started jumping and running around the room because they were super excited to get something, a little of their own. And so finally, I have my shoebox in my hands. I'm ready to open it. But they said, don't open your shoeboxes. We're going to take pictures. So I had to hold to my shoebox, wait for them to take pictures, and then only open our shoeboxes. But no, we walked home to open our shoeboxes at home. And finally, when I get home, I'm ready to open my shoebox. And I could not wait anymore. So here I am with my shoebox. I didn't have the patience. I wanted to see everything that's in my shoebox right away. So I opened my shoebox, dumped everything on the floor to see everything that I have in there. And I had so many items fall out. But my favorite item was a pack of colorful markers. Look how simple it is, but look how many different colors. And they're all brand new colors. Brand new markers. But you know why it was so special for me? Because the markers we did have for all 7 children of us It was just a few different colors, and they were super dry. To write a little bit more, we had to dip it in water. If you dip it in water, it gives it a little extra color. We color a little bit more, and then dip it in water again. And that's how we've been using markers for many years. And here I am, I have markers in my shoebox. It wasn't my sister's shoebox. It was exactly my shoebox that had the markers. That tells me somebody who packed that shoebox prayed that the shoebox gets into the right hands of the right child. And I was born in a Christian family. I knew all about Jesus. But when I got the markers in my shoebox, I knew that Jesus loves me too. I knew that He cares about me. Even though I was only 5 years old, I knew that He cares about me and He knows exactly what I want. And He became my best friend since then. Jesus can be your best friend as well because He knows exactly what you want. He knows what your thoughts are. He knows what you want. And He cares about you and He loves you as well. And so finally, I was so excited to get my markers. I couldn't contain my excitement. I hugged them. I started jumping around the room and running around the room. And finally, when we all opened our shoeboxes, our dad wanted us to pray and to thank God that He blessed us with so many gifts. Because my parents couldn't buy everything we had in those shoeboxes. It was only God taking care of us. And did you know that every shoebox that gets delivered to our children, they get to hear about Jesus. They get to hear that Jesus loves them. And many children who receive shoeboxes, they don't know about God. They don't have loving parents. But if you send a shoebox and you put your picture in there and you put a little note that says, "I love you, friend, and I'm praying for you, and Jesus loves you too." Can you imagine how happy that boy or girl is going to be? You're going to bring such a big smile on their face. They're going to remember your picture, and maybe they can even write you back. But if you leave, you're going to make such a big difference. They're going to be so, so happy. And you're going to make sure they hear about Jesus. And then maybe they're going to believe in Jesus Christ just like you do. But you can make such a big difference. And put anything you want in there, but no food and no toothpaste. You can put toothbrushes in there. Who's getting excited to pack shoeboxes? I am getting excited to pack shoeboxes. I already went shopping to pack shoeboxes. So I want to see many more hands next year when somebody's going to be asking who packed a shoebox. I want everyone to raise their hand. So thank you for listening to me today.